Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. Today we're going to do another springtime look using the Pastel Rose palette by Huda Beauty. This is not my favorite, to be fair. She came out with three in this line. There was this one, which is pink. They had a lilac, I think, which was more on the purpley side, and then like a greener one. And I got this one. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. The other thing I was trying out today is I got BK Beauty brushes, y'all. And I must say, I have a lot of thoughts on these, but I think I'm going to do a video like with them separate because they're quite interesting, to be fair. But let's get started with this look. It's so simple, so simple. So we don't have name shades, so I'm just gonna pick it up and use them. First shade I went into is this one. To be fair, I didn't even see it at all. Like, I really packed this on. You can see like a hint of powder, maybe on the pinkier side, but like, there's really no color payoff, to be fair. I'm using the A503 for this. I will say it's a nice color to set with. Now we're going to go into this darker shade here. And what I did with this one is just sort of patted it where I wanted it so I get the pigment at least. Because again, not much pigment. And I do understand that pastels are light in shade, but you gotta give something. You know, you gotta give something. This gives something. I don't know really. To be fair, the Natasha Denona pastel, that's my fave. Or you got the Glam Light ice cream truck, or the cake palette even. Like, that's pastels with payoff right there. Now, I will say where this palette does shine is the metallic shades. Those are really pretty. Baby, you gotta turn it down. All the way down. Or you gotta go in your room, okay? I got the grandbabies today. They're back. Okay. Now we're going to take that same purple shade and run it under the lower lash line. But I'm kind of just like pushing it in there. Again, just like I did on the top to get the payoff. Any amount I can. The last brush I used was a A502. And this one is a Luna Magic brush. But I can't wait to tell y'all about the BK Beauty brushes. I have so much to say. Okay. Now we're going to take the A501 and we're going to go into this yellow right here, matte yellow. And I'm going to pat it on the lid as a base for the next shade, because to be fair, when I swatched this next shade, it was all of these really are very like more glitter toppers than they are pigmented metallics. I mean, don't get me wrong, they got something. But again, it's like very little. I will say this yellow has nice payoff though. But again, if I go to blend it or something, it does kind of fade away. And you're left with going, where did it go? We're just going to reapply that purple. And I mean, I kind of understand where they're getting the rose from in a way, but not really. We're going back into that first shade. Now we're going to pick up the A505, this little flat brush, and we're going to pick up this yellow metallic shade right here. You may want to spray it, use a finger even, but I will say this brush is pretty impressive at applying this. If I would use a different brush, to be fair, this shade would have fallen just all over my face. Now, by using this brush, even though I didn't spray it, I don't have a glitter glue down or anything, it really didn't get all over my face, which I was impressed with. So I think I found my new lid brush when it comes to this kind of shade, to be fair. And I haven't tried all the brushes yet that I got. My fiance got them for me, so I'm working on it. But so far, so good. Look at that. Look at that shade. I put that yellow base down so that it had a little more oomph underneath it. And by doing so, I realized that it kind of like smoothed out my eyelid a little bit, which I'm not complaining about. Alright, now we're going to go into this shade right here for inner corner. And again, really just pushing it in, because if not, we're going to get a lot of fallout with these shades. Even though I don't think you get much like pigment payout out of this particular palette, and I can't talk about the other ones because I don't have them, it's not like the worst either, you know, like it ain't the best, but it isn't the worst. But I did look on like the website, and these aren't available anymore. I kind of feel like I like their neon palettes better than I liked these. And I think I own 2 of the neon palettes. For the waterline, I used the ColourPop and Avatar in Blown Away. I've almost got that worn off. I better memorize that. Alright, and then let's see, what else did I do? I think I need to actually get that lash line on the bottom a little bit darker. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Alright, then for the top lash line, I'm going to use the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Not my favorite, but I have it. I might as well use it up, right? And it does give somewhat of like a natural look in a way. It definitely makes my lashes noticeable, but in a more natural way. It's not Lash Clash or Gucci for sure. Alright. And again, I'm just barely putting anything, to be fair, because it's a very soft look. So I kind of should have really went with brown mascara, but the look is so soft, I just thought it wouldn't, like it needed something. And this seemed, I think, to give it a little bit of what it needed. But hey, maybe you bought these when these were out and you have them. So here's your chance to pull them back out and see what you rethink about them. And then I was watching something earlier today, and I kind of really want to do a rainbow look. Really bad. We're going to use the Lancome Def and Seals on the bottom lashes, but again, very, very lightly. Like, barely getting anything on these lashes on the bottom for sure. I mean, just the tiniest bits of it. And I think overall it looks good as a whole for sure, but this isn't my favorite eye look, I'm not gonna lie. But I was glad that April from my comment section reminded me of this palette, because I honestly forgot I even had it, and it was a nice suggestion, and I'm glad I did play with it again. And like I said, the metallics, they're nice, they are, but I think with as large of a collection that I have, this, I don't even remember this palette, number one. Number two, if you were only going to have a pastel, like one pastel, I don't think this would be the one I would recommend. Even if you were looking for a smaller palette, you know, because I know the Glam Light palettes are huge. And I know that the Natasha Denona palettes are expensive. I feel like ColourPop, you could get better payoff, probably more colors, and definitely less the price. So, but as far as this goes, I'm not mad that I purchased it, but it's not necessarily living up to my fantasies either, to be fair. But as far as the rest of the face, I am wearing the Marc Jacobs. No, I'm not. I'm wearing the Pat McGrath Nude Honey Bronzer. I am wearing the Charlotte Tilbury, what is this called? Hollywood Blush and Glow for the blush and highlighter. To hold it very easily, because my highlighter, y'all, just broke to little pieces here. I really should have bought another one. I don't even know if they're still available, but I should, considering that is going to go at any time. I just know it. And for concealer, I found this. It's my Nude Stick in Nude 3. Kind of like this for concealer. I'm going to try it out more. I forgot I even had it. It was like hidden down in... Well, we don't need to talk about the mess I have right here. And then for foundation, I am wearing the Lancome. Yes, it is the Lancome. I was like, where'd it go? Tint Idol Ultra Wear Care and Glow. This one here. And this is in 310N. And then I just set the T-zone and under eyes with the number 7 Lift and Illuminate. And the rest of the face with my Bare Mineral Pro. So, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it entertained in some way. I hope you got something out of it. Even if it's like, oh yeah, I have that palette. Because that's the way I was when I seen the comment. I was like, do I have that? Did they come out with that? Like, I completely forgot about that palette. But anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I do upload every day but Sunday, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.